Lahir dari ayah seorang diplomat, tidak otomatis membuat kehidupan Patrice Evra mewah ketika kecil. Ketika ayahnya pergi meninggalkan Evra, ibu, serta belasan saudaranya, Evra tumbuh besar di lingkungan jalanan yang keras. Jalanan mengajarkan banyak hal, mulai dari kerja keras, kejujuran, hingga respect. Dari jalanan pula lah, Evra mengenal sepak bola, sebuah titik awal mencapai panggung dunia di kemudian hari. Evra menganggap sepak bola adalah pelariannya dari dunia kelam di jalanan. Sepak bola jalanan membawa Evra perlahan tapi pasti memasuki karir sepak bola cemerlang. Bagi timnas Prancis, Evra adalah pemain pertama di skuad Le Bleu yang bukan berasal dari akademi formal. Di level klub, Evra meraih kesuksesan besar bersama Manchester United, memenangi semua gelar yang ada. Pandit Football berkesempatan berbincang langsung dengan pemain yang juga pernah membela sejumlah tim seperti Marsala, ASMonaco, Juventus, hingga West Ham United tersebut. Thank you for talking for Pandit Football.
Yeah,
Welcome to Jakarta.
Thank you.
It's really great to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much.
We were going to talk mostly about football development at the grassroots level, and as a person who have played in a grassroots level, I believe you are the right person to talk about.
Yes, I love that.
So let's start. You've played for some of the biggest clubs in the world, but everything starts from the street. Right?
Yes.
So walk us through that story. I mean, how was your football back then when you were a kid, playing on the street in the environment and stuff?
No, like you say, it's not typical because I'm the only African French player playing for the French national team and never did any academy. My football is really from the street to the star. And I have nothing against academy facility, but in the street, that's where I learn about my skill, my character, my leadership, because of course I was playing with older than me, sometimes like even 10 years older than me. So it was tough, it was rough. It wasn't easy. When sometimes you do a nutmeg to someone older than you, it will slap you, chase you. The game finished between a fight, because he was no referee, but this was an escape. Was life. Like playing football, I always say saved my life, because thanks to that, I didn't end them bad. I got friends, they've been shot in the street. We were stealing, but when we were playing football, we were like out of all of this distraction. So that's why for me, I say football saved my life, but the street give me and who I am and the player I become. And I wish, people understand football is come from the poor people. It's from the street, and that's where you learn everything. But now many parents, they want to put kids in the facility, and the coach will tell him like play 2 touch, play 1 touch.
Okay.
So we lost this creativity, and my creativity, my school, my skill, nobody told me. It was on the street. So that's why I'm like sending a message to all the kids around the world and people. It's not because you're not going to an academy then you won't succeed. Like believe in yourself, your chance will come one day.
What are the values that the street taught you in the academy?
The value in the streets is respect, and this is an important value, and discipline. And also, I think you grow up faster, because like I say, the world outside is a jungle. So the streets, you become, a strong man straight away. To protect yourself, or to answer if you're not well, because your friend will laugh at you. You can't, I don't like the words, you can't be weak, but if you're too weak, people will eat you alive.
According to your question, do you think that football right now is too structured?
Football right now is not entertainment. Football is too structured. It is like a chess game. I think I have so much respect for a manager like Pep Guardiola, but I feel, and not his fault, everyone wants to copy his own style. So now even I can give you an example with Man United when we have Andre Onana. I feel like Onana was on number 10.
Yep.
He was like touching the ball more than the midfield. Then back in the day, it was just a straightforward football. You know, you go, I go, you go, I go. Now it's all those small pace, and it's quite boring. You know, the fans, what they want to see is like going, you know, fight like a two boxer. Now I just see like you can fall asleep watching a football game.
Let's talk about national team now. Did you know that Indonesia was so close from the World Cup? But the thing is, we don't really build the grassroots very well. Instead, we call a lot of players from abroad. How important is grassroots?
For me, is the most important, and that's what I say. That to many countries, I travel in India, I travel in Nigeria, I live in the UAE, and they ask me this question, Mr. Evra, like, what's the solution? I say the solution is to have your own identity, like. Indonesia, what's making Indonesia, like what's the culture, or like they are fast, they are technique or whatever. So you need to keep building this, not like bringing like a foreigner or a manager, whatever. He will try to change that. You can have like a foreigner manager, don't get me wrong, but I feel like everyone wants to play a different style of football. You know, I feel so sorry for the Indonesia national team because my good friend Patrice Evra was the manager, and they never been like so close to qualify for the World Cup. Imagine that. Imagine the effect on the country. The people are happy, but unfortunately they lost. So you know, it's a big loss. It's a big loss for the country. They will forget, even if you were close. You know, people don't remember the second. You have to qualify. They will remember that. So now, what I say is, sometimes do those tournaments in the streets. You will find some talent you can't even realize. But because we know we are so focused on bring them to the best facility, giving them everything. And you know, for example, when I talk in the UAE, they say what we can do. I say it's going to be difficult because your kids have everything. They live in a beautiful country. You know, they're not starving. Me, why I have this anger and this passion is because I'm from the street, and when I was playing, it was about feeding my family. When my dad left home, I was 10 years old and my mom was crying. I said, don't worry, mommy, I will buy you a house. So as soon as I had my first big contract, I bought a house for my mom. This is it's the best trophy I achieved in my life, actually, is buying a house, you know, to my mom. But now the generation changed. I call it the TikTok generation. They have everything, you know, so fast. So they don't have that anger. And now, you know, football player, even you on social media, you already have 1 million followers, so you already think you are a star.
Yep.
You are a brand. You will be in politics. Some of them are a singer. You know, they're not football player now; they're athlete. So it completely changed. But I don't think it's the football problem. It's the society, the issue.
So it's more about the mentality of.
It's the mentality. The mentality, like. I'm a nice guy, I'm so funny, but in the pitch I'm a killer. I'm not there to play, you know, but that's the way I had to do to survive when I was playing on the street. And it's the same thing, the same passion, the same anger you have to bring on the pitch. I didn't say like someone from a rich family won't succeed, but in one moment, you know, I always say work ethic beat always talent. Because talent, you can be there, but if you start sleeping and say, it's okay, someone work hard every day will pass you. That's why people, when they ask me what is the best between Messi and Ronaldo, first of all, they are both amazing player. But if I have to pick Patrice Evra, I will say Cristiano Ronaldo, but not because he's my brother and I play with him. It's because I'm in love with his work ethic. Me, I don't like to have anything for free. I need to sweat for it, you know.
Right. So it doesn't matter how good the facility you have if you don't have that anger.
It doesn't matter. I can put you in the best. Look, I'm a pure example. I'm a pure example. And some maybe player, they did academy, they were more talented than me, but at the end, you know, let the kids play in the street. Like, that's why I say it's a different generation now. Kids, they play a video game, they're on social media, but in my time, you don't have all of that. So I can't blame them. In my time, you go outside. Even we used to play with we do like 3 socks, and you know, you will find a way to play. Now you have everything. You just there, video game. So it's tough for them. That's why I don't like when the people from my generation, they judge them. I say like, but guys, we had nothing, so we need to create something to entertain ourselves. Now they have everything fast, everything outside.
That's a very good message. Let's talk about France. France national team is one of the best in the world, and also France have one of the best pipeline of talent pool in the world. How is that? What makes it so effective from your point of view, growing up in France?
But because also France have a lot of diversity. It's a really different culture, different nationalities, so it's a mix. That's why when people, you know, France win the World Cup, they say, no, it's Africa win the World Cup. But I think those people are just jealous, but also sometimes in politics.
Yep.
When you win, like myself, my mom is French, my dad is from Senegal. When you win, you're a French player. When you lose, you're from Senegal. So, you know, racism is everywhere, every part of the world. But no, I think actually that's what makes France really successful. That's beauty. All those people coming for different culture, but we actually vote because we born in France. And if people judge us in a different way, it's that mixture. That mixture origin, and that creates that beautiful French national team.
So is there any specific philosophy from the national team to manage this?
It's difficult because we had amazing players. I think the most difficult job for my French manager is to manage the ego. Because you have a strong player playing for big team and big ego. And France, we are in our DNA, we are the revolution, you know, we strike. So we rebel about everything. So this is the most difficult. But that's why when I was playing and with Didier Deschamps, we were always saying the star is the team. The star is not one player. You represent your country. You have to fight every second to make sure, because people are behind you, you know. So this is like really important. The star is the team, it's not the player.
Is that what happened in 2014 when Raymond Domenech and Karim Benzema had?
Exactly. When you don't have it was Didier Deschamps. When you don't. Didier Deschamps is a different manager. Didier Deschamps is someone, you know, if you think you're bigger than the team, then he will get rid of you. He always prioritizes the squad. I think he's the best. But also in that moment, you know, Karim have also his reason, DJ have also his reason, so, you know, you can't judge. But yeah, around the world, they couldn't understand, we can, you know, not select Karim Benzema, but after that, he came back and he had also a good time in the national team.
When you were a kid, who was the person that supports you so much to play football, to keep playing, that has been your motivation to?
Yeah. I will tell you, the person support me the most was my mom. That's why I always say my mom, she's my hero. Back in the day, my dad, if you play football, you're like an idiot. Because, you know, the mentality was like, you need to have the best grade at school. This is more important, you're losing your time. You know, a lot of parents, they didn't know football players can be actually a job. Like, I remember even my French teacher at school, when they were saying, what kind of job you want to become, and some people were doctor, architect, policeman, whatever, and I was putting like football player. And my French teacher was like, Mr. Evra, I think football player is a job, and everyone was laughing, you know, about me. And even she was like, in 300 kids, if you do a test, they're gonna pick up one kid. You think it's gonna be you, Mr. Evra? And I say yes, and everyone was, laughing. So you always grow up with this negativity and people gonna try, to kill your dream. But my mom was always the one. When I come back home, I receive a knock, massage and everything. Are you happy? Because the mom, the most important is whatever you do, they want their child to be happy. So I think this was the one to inspire me. That's why I say she's my hero. When my dad left, she had to deal with 13 kids, so it wasn't easy. So I find, strain and a character to watching her. So that's why I say to all the kids around the world, if you have not the blessing of your mom, you will never succeed. If you have the blessing from your mom, you will succeed.
Do you have any advice for parents out there who have kids that want to be a football player?
I mean, I'm nobody to give advice, but what I will say, let your kids enjoy. Let him do whatever he want to do. Don't force him to say like, I want him to be a footballer, so he's gonna pay a new house, the bill. No, let your son enjoy, and also stay parents. Stay a dad, stay a mom. Why I'm saying this, because now I see too much. The parents want to become the manager. They want to become the agent. They want to become the referee, even if they go to watch their kids. If the referee, hey, referee, my son. So, and they forget to be a parent. Why? Because, for example, if the kid succeed, he will be the one paying the bill and whatever. So when he's wrong, they will never tell him he's wrong. They will say, no, son, you're right. Because they know they need him. So just be real. Just be real with your kids. Tell them if they are not good at something, you say the truth and you tell them, but we're gonna find another solution. And I know it's hard. I had the same, like my son when he was 10 years old, he say, Daddy, I want to play football. I said, okay, let's go for a run. He said, no, where is the ball? I said, then you don't want to play football because you don't want the hard work. They want everything fast, the new generation.
The parents
they wait the parents, to feed you. For them is normal. But me, I remember back in the day, every day I was like, wow, thank you, mommy. Like, we're sleeping in your house. She was like, but you crazy, you my son. I said, yeah, but thank you for feeding us. So I'm always like, okay, when I grow up, I have to give back. So that's why as soon as I become like a professional football player, my mom stopped working. Because I say, you don't work because all the year you were taking care of me, and I know it's your job or whatever, but let me give it back.
So the hard work has paid off.
Exactly. The hard work has paid off.
Yeah, that's what brings you to teams like Monaco, United, Juventus. But talking about those teams, what are the difference culturally between those three big clubs?
No, exactly. Sometimes, even before talking about those clubs, the league, sometimes people ask me, Patrice, what was the most difficult league? I can't answer the question because every league is different. In France, we run a lot. In Italy, is a chess, like playing a chess game. It's the head. If you're in mind game, if you're not smart, you can't play in Italy. That's why you see many players, when they come in Italy, even if they play Premier League, they struggle because it's all about tactic. In Premier League, it's entertainment, and it's like two boxers. I knock you, we punch, and the first get knocked out, you win the game. But no, Monaco, for me, is where it starts, where I will be always grateful to the Prince Albert, because thanks to him, that's why I signed for Man United, because the club didn't want it to let me go, and he was the one saying like, I don't want you to leave, but you're like a son for me, and a club like United, I can't say no. Then you can leave, and the next day I sign. Man United is inside my DNA. I can't explain you. It's like I don't need Man United. I love Man United. So this is for life. And Juventus, the history, I was so surprised the way, because I left United not because I wanted to go, it's for personal reason. The ex-wife didn't like England, and this is one of my biggest mistake. But actually, it wasn't that kind of mistake because I signed for a big club like Juventus, and I still like being really successful. So every club I play, like I say, I'm really attached. I'm really grateful. But I remember people, especially the big fan, they were like United or Juventus. I say United is in my blood, and Juventus is in my heart.
In United, you met a person. You met Sir Alex. What's so special about Sir Alex that most people don't know about?
He's a great human being. The boss. He can be the most scary, strict manager I ever had, but actually he's really close to you when he know you're gonna play for the badge, for the fan. He can give you everything. Ferguson, my relationship with Sir Alex Ferguson is I never been scared of Sir Alex Ferguson, but I was always scared to disappoint him. That's why I was like so close. He know me. He know how to talk to me. Like we keep talking at least twice a month. That's why the player they were saying he's your daddy. No, he's not my daddy. It's because he know I can die for him on the pitch. But what a person, what a manager, and he's also funny. He also make jokes. When it's a good time. He make a lot of joke. He also understand. He speak a little bit French. So with Ferguson is a dad. It's a great connection.
You know what? It's like you can read my mind because before I asked the question, you already answered the thing.
I'm a storyteller. So when people in general, you ask me one question,
you can predict my questions next.
It's not like I predict, but it's because I'm a storyteller, and many people they prepare like, I have 20 questions, and at the end we do only 5 questions because actually you don't need to ask me questions. It's a conversation.
That's right. I was just about to ask, were the players really scared of Sir Alex?
They were. Players were really scared. Like many players, I see them cry because Ferguson gave them the dryer. No, I won't mention the name. I never mentioned in it, but I see like 3-4 players crying because Sir Alex Ferguson gave them the hair dryer. This is not just a legend; it's real. Even sometimes he was screaming so much and getting red, and you can see his vein. I was scared he will have a heart attack one day because how scared he was, and he was throwing shoes at us and screaming. When we were not winning, if you lost a game against Liverpool, Ferguson can pass you for 1 week and don't say hi to you to tell you how much upset he will be, but. He's a winner, and I remember when I did my interview with him before I signed for United, he will ask you, Patrice, do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you like to go out? Are you ready to not lose a game? Are you ready to not even draw a game? And when you say yes and you shake his hand, then you give your words, and you have to make sure you keep your words.
About Ronaldo, about Cristiano right now. I've heard about the ping pong story.
Yeah.
Is there any other inspiring story about Ronaldo that this guy is crazy? He's a really hard worker.
Cristiano, of course. Cristiano is addicted to work. Like that story about the ping pong when Rio beat him, and after he went to buy a tennis table and training for 2 weeks and come back and beat Cristiano. Cristiano, everything is a challenge. Cristiano, even you dress your clothes, he will see the next day he will try to be like just better than yourself. And I always say that story when I went to Cristiano's house after training, and he said, Patrice, come, we're gonna have a lunch. And I arrived in his house, and on the table he was only plain chicken, water, no salt, like salad, really like dry food. Then I eat, I didn't say nothing, because if you invite me at your house, I didn't say nothing, I was polite. Then after that he say, Patrice, let's go and play two-touch on the garden. I was, okay, we just finished eating, we start to play two-touch. Then after that he say, Patrice, let's go for swimming. Yeah, okay, wanted to swim. Then after that he said, let's go to the sauna. And we were in the sauna. And I said, Cristiano, You tell me, you invite me for lunch, and we're doing a second training session. I will never go back again. Don't invite me. And that was the last time I went for a lunch.
And that happened in a single day?
That's happening in the single day after a training session. He said, we're going to have a lunch, and we did all of that after it.
It's like no day off for him.
It's no day off. It's Cristiano never a day off. Like training at 10, he will be show up at 8. We finish the training, we in the shower, he's still practicing his skill. So it's
He's a
ridiculous.
robot. He's not human, he's a robot.
No, he's a robot. Cristiano is a robot. But that's why people, when they ask me, between Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, they are both good. Why I pick Cristiano? Not because he's a brother and I play with him many years. It's because I'm in love with his work ethic. Like I said, this is where I come from. I love when people work hard.
In United, you have Ronaldo, you have Rio Ferdinand, and then a lot of captains in one team. How did you guys manage the chemistry and the leadership in the locker room?
The thing, that's what I love about United. It doesn't matter who get the armband. We are all captain.
Yep.
But this is represent Ferguson, because Ferguson, that's what he want. He want leader in each position. He want like men. You want like people will take their responsibility when we win and when we lose. So that's why, and when you have all those leaders, of course, there's a lot of fight, but it's the winning mindset. Many times Ferguson have to stop the training session because we were broken legs in training. We weren't friends. How many times I argue with Ryan Giggs because we were playing on the left. I do a throw in. Oh, this was a shit throw. I say, this is a shit control from you. We blah, blah, blah. Then after the game, sorry. Because our goal is to be the best. But we couldn't be friends. We weren't friends.
On the pitch?
On the pitch, we weren't friends.
But off the pitch,
No, after the pitch, we are friends. But we are friends if the same way I'm working hard, that's the same way also you have to work hard. That's why we never understand when one player, even if you injury, you miss training, we will like, oh, now you take holiday because you receive a little knock. So we were really really strict between us.
Patrice, you've gone a long way as a player. You're one of the legends in the Premier League. But my question is, when did you think that, I finally made it?
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh.
Why?
Because the moment I say I finally made it is when I was 17. When I signed in Italy for a club called Marsala. And I remember I arrived at the hotel. Then I see all my teammates dressed with the same tracksuit. So I went in the room. I put the tracksuit. I was looking myself in the mirror and all of that. Then I came downstairs. Then all my teammates, we were eating, and people were serving us food. So I remember it was 2 knives in one side, 2 fork on the other side. So I was like, wow. Then I remember I called my mom. And I said, Mommy, I made it. People here are serving us food, and we all dress the same. So yes, that's the moment I came out from the street. That's the moment I say I made it. It wasn't matter about football or that. It was about life.
Yeah, those knife and forks is the sign that you made it.
It's the sign, just having 2 fork, 2 knife. Now I go to a restaurant, I see that, I say it's normal. But in that moment, I was 17, and for me, it was just amazing.
You were 17, but if you could talk to a 10-year-old of you, what would you say to him after everything?
People ask me this question. I think I will say it's gonna be okay.
I thought I was the first to ask you this question, no?
No, you're not the first. I will say Patrice is gonna be okay, but I don't want to change anything, even if, I get through like trauma or whatever when I was children. But I don't want to change anything, because everything I did, good or bad, that's shaped the Patrice Evra right now. Just because every kids need insurance, even if I was a confident child, just saying like everything's gonna be okay.
Cool. So what kind of the legacy that you want to give to the next generation, to our younger generations in terms of football?
My legacy. I like to talk about life. The legacy I want to leave behind is my motto of life, my philosophy of life. I love this game. I love this game. I have nothing to do with any sport. It's not football, not basketball. I love this game. It's about life. Life is a game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but stay positive. That's why when I say I love this game, actually mean like I love my life. I love my life. So this is the message. Now for the next generation, the new generation is difficult. I want to tell them prioritize football. Focus on football if you want, to reach the top. Because I always say, to go to the top of the pyramid is really easy, but to stay at the top, that's when you have to make a lot of sacrifice. I remember also my son when he was 3 years old, and one day I went for a game, and I opened the door and he started crying. I said, "Why you cry?" He said, "Because I hate Manchester United." I said, "Oh, I think he was a Liverpool or Chelsea or Arsenal fan." I said, "Why you hate Man United?" He said, "Because they took my dad away." So it's not shortcut if you want to be successful. You see, even Michael Jordan, people won't like you because you're a monster. You have to be like a winning machine, and you have to close all your emotion. And that's what the new generation is difficult for them to understand that, because I don't have to train hard. I'm sleeping in a nice house. My parents got money or whatever. What should I? Yeah, just maybe to make them happy. So it's quite tough. What I want to say to the kids, like, don't pretend to be someone you are not. Don't cheat. Be honest with yourself. Work hard. And I always say, working hard for me is a gift. It's a luxury. How many people will dream to be at my place? But don't get me wrong. People say, I go in the gym, I train hard. It doesn't mean I love it. It's because discipline is something really important. In any job you do in your life, have a discipline, and you will definitely succeed.
Again, I was just about to ask why you say I love this game, but you already answered that. But yeah, that's really deep. But you know what? If your I made it moment was back in Italy, my I made it moment is right now at the moment interviewing you, because you're the first international player that I interview during my whole journalistic career. So thank you very much for talking to me.
Wow,
really,
thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, really.
But yeah, it's funny because the first international player that I interview is a player who used to play for the rival of my favorite football club. That's life.
That's what I mean.
It's funny how life can do for us.
I always say in life, everything happens for a reason. It's not a coincidence. Mm-hmm. We are here, and thanks to Offside to come here, and it's my second time here in Indonesia. But I always say, I believe in energy, but God and the universe, they put you those nice energy. That's why when I met people with not a positive energy, I go far from them. Okay. I just want to be surrounded about like good energy.
Thank you very much, Patrice, for talking to us.
Thank you.
Hope we can meet some other time.
We will for
interview.
Sure. We never know when United gonna win the league.
So I hope not in the future.
Not the near future.
Not in the near future. Itu dia interview kita sama Patrice Evra. Patrice, thank you for talking to us. It's a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Sampai jumpa di Pandit Talks selanjutnya.